Have you ever looked into the eyes of a soldier from 1861 and felt like he was standing right there? These aren't just blurry history book photos. We have uncovered rare, crystal-clear images from the American Civil War that will shock you with their detail. Before we step onto the battlefield, hit that subscribe button and share this video to honor the past. Are you ready to witness history in high definition? Let's explore together. Step back to 1861, District of Columbia. This rare photo captures the tent life of the 31st Pennsylvania Infantry at Queen's Farm, right near Fort Slocum. Here stand the Corcoran Zouaves and the Irish Legion. Fighting far from home, these immigrants served with unwavering loyalty. Look at their pride, ready to defend their new country at any cost.
Antietam, October 1862. Meet Allan Pinkerton and the Secret Service of the Army of the Potomac. These men lived on the edge. If captured, there were no prisoner camps for them, only the hangman's noose for spies. August 1864, Siege of Petersburg. This documents the 9th Corps Ambulance Department. Note the makeshift pine bough shelter, a specific field adaptation used during the prolonged trench warfare in Virginia.
Brandy Station, Virginia. Scouts and Guides of the Army of the Potomac. March 1864. May 3, 1862, before Yorktown. These are servants at Prince de Joinville's quarters. The photo captures 4 men posing with their daily items, wash basins, frying pans, and more. June 1863, Fairfax Courthouse during the Gettysburg Campaign. Pictured here are Captain J.B. Howard and the group at the Assistant Quartermaster's Office, Army of the Potomac. 1865, City Point, Virginia. These are scouts at the Secret Service headquarters. The photo captures them during the final months of the war. Circa 1863, Point Lookout, Tennessee. A Union officer poses high up on the rocks with his cavalry saber, a solitary figure overlooking the vast landscape. 1864, Fredericksburg, Virginia. A daily necessity. Soldiers of the Army of the Potomac are captured drawing water from a well to fill their water carts. Winter 1864, Petersburg. The 13th New York Heavy Artillery stands at their winter camp, a stark scene of soldiers among barren trees during the long siege.
Circa 1865. This captures the wagon and camera of Sam A. Cooley, U.S. photographer, Department of the South. A rare glimpse of the man who documented history.
This is the field band of the 2nd Rhode Island Infantry. Music played a key role on both sides, used to signal marches or simply to boost morale before battle. An artillery crew stands ready beside a large mobile cannon. Notice the soldier holding the sponge, an essential tool for cleaning the barrel between shots. Sailors relaxing on the deck of a humpback warship, a rare glimpse of the crew taking a break. Cavalry was the main fighting force on horseback, equipped with rifles, pistols, and especially swords. However, only a small fraction of Civil War forces actually met this definition. September 1862, near Sharpsburg. Soldiers stand next to a lone grave after the Battle of Antietam. This marks the single bloodiest day in U.S. history, with 23,000 casualties. July 1863, Gettysburg. 3 captured Confederate soldiers, likely from Louisiana, pose for Matthew Brady on Seminary Ridge after the battle. General Ambrose Burnside stands before his tent. Following the disastrous mine explosion at Petersburg, a failure General Grant called the saddest affair, Burnside was relieved of command forever. Lieutenant James B. Washington, a Confederate prisoner, with Captain George A. Custer of the 5th Cavalry, Fair Oaks, Virginia, USA. Matthew Brady, 1862. 1860s, Washington, D.C. A group of artillery soldiers poses next to their cannon at Fort Totten, also known as Fort Gaines. Meet Admiral John Dahlgren, known as the father of American naval ordnance. He led the department throughout the war, designing the very guns and cannons that helped the Union win. Meet Union General James Blair Steedman and his staff. A former printer and politician, he's most noted for his performance at the Battle of Chickamauga in 1863 and Nashville in 1864. Members of the 8th Pennsylvania Infantry are seen here reading Philadelphia newspapers inside their tent, a quiet moment catching up on news from home. Enlisted on June 20, 1861 for 3 years. This is the 4th Michigan Infantry. They lost a total of 297 men, succumbing to both battle wounds and disease. This photograph captures Sergeant F. Sturgis, a non-commissioned officer. He is seated with a comrade under a canvas shelter, a candid portrait of rank and file. Captured by Matthew Brady, this is the 2nd Rhode Island Infantry. These foot soldiers bore the brunt of battle, fighting primarily with personal weapons like muskets and rifles. Formed in Portland, Maine, this is the 6th Maine Infantry. These men enlisted for a 3-year term on July 15, 1861. Late spring 1864. General Ulysses S. Grant sits 4th from the left with his staff. Note Lieutenant Colonel Eli S. Parker, seated 2nd from the right. Officers of the 5th U.S. Cavalry Regiment rest in the shade by a riverbank. A rare moment of calm for the main fighting force on horseback. 1860s, Virginia. A Union Army artillery team prepares to fire their cannon during a drill. This 1860s portrait features Union Major General David B. Birney, seated here in the middle left, surrounded by his staff officers. May 1862, near Yorktown, Virginia. Featured in Alexander Gardner's sketchbook, this is Battery Number 4. A lone soldier stands guard over the mortars embedded in the hillside. Meet the officers of the 3rd Infantry Regiment. From the siege of Yorktown to the fierce battles near the Devil's Den at Gettysburg, these regulars stood their ground. Meet Edward Paul Dougherty, the Union officer who led the detachment that cornered John Wilkes Booth. On April 26, 1865, in a Virginia barn, his team neutralized the man who assassinated Lincoln. 1863, Fredericksburg. A 32-pound shell destroyed this Confederate ammunition wagon and 8 horses at Myas Heights, a brutal scene of destruction. City Point, Virginia, 1864 to 1865. This was the Union Army headquarters during the siege of Petersburg. The photo captures the unloading of crates and barrels at the landing wharf. August 1864, Petersburg, Virginia. Pictured here is the Seance Dramatic Club, a group from the U.S. Engineer Battalion, a cultural moment captured during the siege of Petersburg. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. This historic image captures the officers of the 50th Pennsylvania Infantry Regiment posing together. April to June 1865, after the fall of Richmond. This view from the street shows St. John's Church and graveyard, a silent witness in the main eastern theater of the war. March 13, 1862, Washington, D.C. This is the government repair shop, specifically the Wheelwright shop. The print caption notes, "Mr. Marshall, Shop Number 1, a glimpse into the logistics behind the war." February 1863, Aquia Creek Landing, Virginia. A group of commissary clerks poses for Alexander Gardner. This wet plate negative captures the logistics team behind the war effort. 1864, a group of American soldiers resting. This is a Union picket post near Atlanta, Georgia, captured on a wet collodion glass plate by George N. Barnard. From the rare camp scenes to the heat of battle, which photo truly stood out to you? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to Vintage Shots to keep history alive. Thanks for watching.